In these times of pandemics, how does the income inequality affect people? Let's take a look. Welcome back to Be Rich. In India, income disparities between the rich, the poor, and the middle class is extremely high. So let us assume there are 100 Indians. Less than 1% of Indians earn more than 1.5 lakhs a month. 14% of Indians earn around 20,000 rupees a month. Another 30% of Indians earn up to 10,000 rupees a month. And the balance 55% of Indians barely make enough to sustain themselves. Let us say 1,500 to 2,000 a month. Since the economy is largely controlled by the top 15% of the people, the top 15% of the Indians roughly assume are about 150 to 180 million people, the size of a small European company or a size of half the size of America. So this 180 million people control the economy. This is like any they live like any European nation. In fact, in PPP terms, their life is much better than their counterparts in Europe. They can afford a cook, they can afford a maid servant, they can afford chauffeur-driven cars for themselves and their kids. Luxuries unheard of in Europe and America. The balance 30% are small-time entrepreneurs who have migrated from the cities, from small towns and villages into the big cities. The next 30% of the people are small-town Indians, village Indians who have migrated to the big cities hoping to make a living. They don't get jobs. They are small-time entrepreneurs. They are your maid servants. They are your cooks. They are the people who do istri or ironing for you. These are the people who do your laundry, run small tea shops, snack shops. These people are just above the lower middle class. These are what we call as the more vulnerable class, who need a bit of ration and others to survive. As the economy slows down and the top 15% of India shuts down, these are the people who are going to get wiped out first. Business has slowed down for the last 10 days. These people run on borrowed working capital from non-formal sources. In informal sources, rates of finance are very high, as high as 36%. In some cases, it is as high as 48 to 60%. The top end of these small guys have borrowed from banks at usurious rates at about 24%, 36% in credit cards and NBFCs owned by banks. These are the guys who are going to get wiped out in this. A neighborhood tea shop who has no business for the next 30 days has no hope for survival. He employs 2 or 3 people working with him. They will have no employment. These are the people who filled your railway stations yesterday and when found that trains were cancelled, made a beeline for interstate bus stops. Imran Khan was very blunt when he said, Pakistan cannot afford a lockdown. We are not like France or Europe. 50% of India, 55 to 60% of India cannot afford this lockdown. The 30%, which makes about 10,000 rupees a month, cannot afford this lockdown. A direction by the Prime Minister ordering the top 15% to pay salaries is not going to help. If I am going to work from home, my clothes are not going to be sent for ironing and to the dhobi. The dhobi is running out of business. The small provision shop holder has to close down as I will order online. About 30% of the restaurants have closed. This means about 30 to 40 lakh jobs in the informal sector are lost. The guys who are delivering food in Swiggy, driving Ola and Uber are not going to find sustainable income. If this continues for 2 months and it becomes even normal in the 3rd month, the 2 months EMIs burden and 2 months burden of expenses is going to wipe them out. Fancy TV is not talking about them. These are the people who need India's help today. The rest of India the middle class, the guys who work in the corporates, and the guys who are already have hard assets will survive this. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please share it among your friends and relatives. There's a WhatsApp number given below. If you would like to buy my books, you may send a WhatsApp now message to that number and my team will get in touch with you. If you'd like to talk to me, send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com.